I will start to call on stage Ivan Filletti, the CEO of GamingMalta, to give a little bit of a welcoming address.
So welcome, everybody. It's great, seeing you all here today. This is a real dream for us. So I'll be extremely honest, genuine, and transparent about it. When we started this journey around about 4 years ago, I remember sitting down with Minister Silvio Schembri, who was then still a junior minister for the digital economy. And we saw the importance that Malta embraces the wider church of gaming. We are all known as an iGaming jurisdiction. We're actually, the Silicon Valley for iGaming. But we said we needed to look in the, rear view mirror and see also and embrace video game development and esports. GamingMalta, for anybody who's new to us, we are a non-profit foundation set up by government and by the MGA, the Malta Gaming Authority, to promote Malta as a home of gaming excellence. We're not a center, we're not a hub, we're a home. And we do that. We have a clear North Star. We want people to feel comfortable, we want people to feel at home working from Malta. And as we like to say, for Malta being a stage for your global ambitions. And we're really proud of that. We're proud that Malta is the flag bearer for the local gaming sector. So iGaming, video game development, and esports. And home is where the heart is. And we are a small foundation with a big heart. We build ecosystems. For example, during COVID, and I have to mention COVID because, it basically changed our life. During COVID, we actually organized, for example, for the whole gaming sector, a vaccine rollout programs. We actually went out to studios and we actually gave, vaccines there. But looking ahead, there's more and more that also we'll be doing. And more importantly is engagement. Engagement with the gaming ecosystem. And on the video gaming side, we actually went around the world knocking on doors and telling people that we're open for business. And that, I think, is very important. As I said, with iGaming, success breeds success, but we must continuously maintain this. As cliché as it sounds, the only constant in life is change. But the minute we feel comfortable with that, we have to continue to move. And that's exactly what we're doing within this sector. We hear about the metaverse, and maybe today you will also hear about the multiverse, actually. But our small size, because we're small, let's put it this way, but that is also a plus on other things also. We're very nimble, we can take, very fast also decisions. But that's it, our small size means nothing in the metaverse. It opens so much for us. There's another world which we're waiting to discover. So why Malta? I won't go on a sales pitch, but really, we've already built an iGaming ecosystem, and we have the experience to do that, and we're going to continue building it on the video gaming and esports. We are seeing very much so a cross-fertilization of talent between iGaming and also the general video game sector. When it comes to esports, for example, that's a clear example, where the iGaming and the esports worlds are coming together, and we're, being a bridge for that. Blockchain is in our DNA. I remember being in San Francisco, right prior to COVID, actually, and being in Silicon Valley, and someone comes up to me and tells me, hey, you guys are Blockchain Island. They've heard about that. And also during these panels today, blockchain will come up also as a way of producing games. We have all the right structures for tourism, etc., when it comes to esports. And then we have the legal, frameworks and the recruitment services also already well established here. So how are we doing this? How are we building the video game and esports ecosystem? We are very humble about it, so we're still learning as we go along, and we make also mistakes along the way. But we're building it block by block. The most important thing is our talent. We need to invest in talent. So that's primarily our main focus. We sit down with video game studios, we sit down with immersive tech companies, we sit down with esports companies, and they rarely ask us about, financial or tax incentives. But what they ask us is, how many people can we recruit on the island? What's the talent pipeline like? What's MCAS doing? What's your university doing? So, building and nurturing talent is vital. Coming to that, then, we will also have special incentives also for the industry. And this I must mention the great work which our colleagues at Malta Enterprise are also doing. So we're really working, we aren't working in silos, we're working together, as the power of one, as one would say, in building this. And this isn't a pipe dream, okay? It's happening right now. We are having some of, the brightest talent, being attracted here from, leaders in video gaming, leaders in esports, etc. So we're building specialized courses at MCAS at university. We've done a deal with Unity, okay, whereby Malta is seen as a center of excellence for them. So currently we have trained a number of lecturers across MCAS and university. Okay, and I must also thank them here because they've been very receptive to us, and they've been, they are doing a real great job in supporting us in training, and to have lecturers who are certified Unity trainers, which will lead us to having approximately 400 students over the next 2 academic years being academically accredited by Unity. Okay, so that is something which we're investing in. Unreal Engine will come also at some point. We've also built a 700 square meter incubator space at our offices in Zaytun, a top-notch facility. Currently, we're housing between 4 and 5 studios there. There's more to come. By the end of the year, we're seeing that it will be full. And because we want to have startups, and high-potential ventures in video gaming and esports incubating there. And yesterday, I was talking to some of them, and I could see the excitement in them, and in a way that, hey, we are discussing this with our neighbors in the studio. We're discussing this, and we're going to collaborate together. And that's the whole idea of it all, and that's how we grow the ecosystem. So, this is our base camp. Please feel free, to let us know if you want to come and see our facilities there. There's my team here. There's Corinne and there's Sean. We're a small team. There's a large remit. And I must thank them also because probably I drive them mad at times. And so we have this lovely facility where we don't want just the bricks and mortar, but really what we're looking is at the brains within those studios, and what they're doing. And we stumbled on immersive tech. I can't say it was any strategic major decision which we took 4 years ago, but as we went through along this journey, I remember meeting John from Draw and Code, and at that point we were talking about a game. But then, it developed into immersive tech. And Draw and Code today, probably they're one of the best immersive tech organizations in Europe, have their R&D facility in Malta. They're invested by Entain. And we're building, that up. And more so, we're seeing that. Axon Park doing immersive tech for medical training, and gamification around the world. And there's Taylor and Alistair here. Get to know these people. Connect with these people. They're some of the brightest minds around here. Trust me. And the Unity, I don't need to go through all these numbers, but people in the business know this, the importance of it all. So if I had to look at this chart here, I'm sorry if there's a bit of small text there, but we're going to develop the talent, the startups and companies. We are going to create a sustainable talent pipeline, and we're going to attract new talent. So that's continuously on the go. And I must say, for a CEO, the most important thing is to have also the support of the board. And I'm seeing Alistair here, who's our chairman also, and they've taken up all the strategy, and they're really supporting all this journey as we go along. Esports. Now, I remember being in Katowice a couple of years ago. It was cold. It was snowy. But there were thousands of people waiting to go to watch the ESL Masters tournament there, outside. You know, it was basically like walking into a Champions League final. And to me, that was, I said, why can't we do this on the island? We've got the sun, we've got the historical locations, because that's very important, especially for esports organizers who want to build content. And we said, look, you know, we've seen the numbers, they're running into millions, you know, it's the future of entertainment, it's how entertainment is also being consumed. When I see my kids that we don't need to switch on TV for them, basically, we don't need to switch on TV for them because they're consuming entertainment in a completely different way. You know, there's the sound of the future here, guys. When you hear those kids here, and the smile and the joy of their faces, because they're interacting with games, this is exactly what our pitch is. If we want to go ahead, even us as a country, developing the video gaming sector, our market is walking into there. There are about 3,000 school children tomorrow, and there's going to be another 3,000 tomorrow here. And that's vital. Why young, global, digital, diverse? And hey, the world has started to notice what we're doing. This appeared in Forbes online just, I think, 2 weeks ago, basically. Not paid for. Okay, we didn't need to pay for this. So Forbes came up to us and they said, hey, you had your ESL Pro League season on the island. We need to know more about the island and what you guys are doing. Okay, so yeah, meet the European island that wants to be the world's esports capital. That's our ambition. Okay, and we're going to intensify our efforts to be there. We're building the ecosystem. We mentioned ASL, okay, but more importantly, whilst you're here today, interact with the local esports guys out there, okay? Because they are building, they're having their own tournaments, they're building esports education, sim racing, you know, and they're all being acknowledged internationally also. And that is vital. That is vital. So, you know, local ongoing competitions, international tournaments, knowledge and insights, we're all building into that. So ESL, the Pro League season was in Malta throughout August and September. When we talk about that, we see that they would have spent 2 months on the island with their production team, with their teams, etc. ESL is the world's #1 tournament organizer. I like to say what MTV is to music, ESL is to esports. We have, you know, we've signed an agreement with them for the next 3 years. Okay, so the ESL Pro League seasons have all shifted to the island, and this brings out, you know, a lot of us, you know, telling the world that hey, this is our stage. We're the host city partner. We're in good company with with all the other sponsors, Intel, US Air Force. Not bad company to be with for a small island like us. And you know, this is you know what we'll be doing. To put things into context, the ESL Pro League season, the final, which was held from Malta, they had 500,000 concurrent viewers. Throughout the whole 2 months tournaments, there were about just over 36 million hours of viewing time. Now, can you imagine how many people saw Malta there, right? And all that, and how it got us on the world stage. And to wrap up today, this is a dream. The future is now. We're doing it as we speak. We're writing it as we engage. And we're going to continue moving forward. Thank you very much, and game on.